Hello, folks. It's Matt Hammerschmidt here with Towing Help and also with Chef Matt Hammerschmidt channel. You're seeing this on Chef Matt channel for a reason. How I can clarify something here is there's been an issue going on with the trucking industry for well over 40 years. And it started with, as far as I'm aware, it started with trucking deregulation. Truck driving professionals out there used to make $1.60 a mile. And that was base rate pay, really. The base rate pay for the year 2020 seems to be averaging out to about 45 cents a mile. Went from $1.60 to 45 cents a mile. I see an issue here. $1.40, $1.45, Here's what I personally see going on. Well, this is just what I personally see going on. Okay, have your number in mind. Look it up on DATBoard. I'm not trying to sell you something that I'm getting any part of, okay? This is a tool out there that will help you. I heard about this from a lot of the owner-operators and independents. It's a really phenomenal program. Get it at the broker level. It's going to cost you up front, but I'll tell you for a fact, I've seen the proof in how well these guys are doing. You need to go with the broker level of it because you can see what load brokers are seeing. And you look and you think about it and you go, and you take that number into consideration. Take into consideration your expenses, so on, so forth. Don't just look at that particular load. Look at what's going to be at the end of that load. Don't look right here. Look also out here. Okay? In relation to the camera, don't look up, don't just look here. Look way back, look way out there too. If I take this load to Atlanta, am I going to have a load that I can actually take that's going to pay me something worth taking that trip out there? And is that load going to take me to an area that's going to get me a decent load? Got to look at these really well. My general rule of thumb is pick and choose your loads wisely. Now, when you have that number in mind, you contact the broker with that load. Ask them what they want. And they may hit you with a number that's higher than yours, but you can negotiate it up from there. First one to speak in monetary negotiations loses. Outright loses. First one to speak loses. Classic example. There may be a load. You look at it, $1.75 a mile, $1,200, and then you call them and go, hey, what are you looking for? What are you looking to be paying for this particular load here? Oh, $1,700. How about this? Can you do $1,900? Yeah, we can do right that smack in the middle. How's $1,800 sound? Sounds good to me. And you got them to negotiate up. That's how you improve the freight rates. You got to make these loads cost more to haul. You cannot improve the market by believing what brokers say and believing what these overglorified dispatchers say. Dispatchers and brokers will lie through their teeth. Okay? Now, you have your number in mind and you go, okay, so I can do it for $1,200. So you call them up and you go, hey, it can happen this way too. Hey, what are you looking to get this load moved for? $900. Oh, I definitely can't do it for that price. $1,500. Or even $1,600. Something above what you're willing to do it for. You gotta have your bottom number in mind. You gotta have that bottom dollar. It's like an auction. You gotta have that, except instead of gotta have your max dollar, you gotta have, it's the opposite of an auction in some senses. You gotta have your bottom dollar that you're willing to transport the load for and never dip below it. I can sum it up like this. How do you sell yourself on it? Eventually, people are going to realize that you are serious when you say, I can't transport that load for that much. It's too little. I have way too much into it with how much quality I put into it. I have a lot of expenses on my side that I need to make sure are covered. And the worst that can happen is you got to look for a different load. That's literally the worst that can happen. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just walk away from a load. If they are not willing to come above your bottom dollar, and never go down to your bottom dollar in your negotiations. Never do it. It shows a sign of weakness, and when a broker sees that within you, they will nail you like no other. They'll nail you so hard that you may as well cut ties with that broker. Thank you all, and I pray that this helps.